Good evening everybody, welcome back to the stream. I'm Brad from Lone Wolf. I was a little bit distracted there, I will admit. I was just doing some sketching in my notebook. Unfortunately it's not something I'm going to show, not something I'm going to put out there. Only a few people get to see it, and those few people know who they are. Right, so today I was supposed to be doing a little bit of foraging with a group of people. Unfortunately they never showed up. So to console myself and to do something a little bit outdoorsy, I thought I would do some Long Dark. Now eventually this will be going on to YouTube, so for people that go over and watch this on YouTube, it's not something you would normally see. I was going to put the video of us foraging earlier today up, but as I say, nobody turned up, so yeah, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. Anyway, let's get on with it. Survival mode, load, Twitch, YouTube, load game. Okay, remind myself where exactly I am. I'm in Mystery Lake area somewhere. In bed. Okay. Right. Okay, I'm in the camp office. That's fair enough. Let's have something to drink. Enough of it after all. Right. What am I going to work on today? Let's just go and let's just run and see what happens. We've got plenty of tin cans, that's fine. That's empty. Now then, do I want to start filling in all these areas, or do I want to just leave it for now? I don't think I've been to the Winding River yet, have I? I've done the whole of the Broken Railroad. Do I want to go and mess around in the Forlorn Muskeg? Haven't really got the resources to go and mess around in the Forlorn Muskeg. But I tell you what is in the Forlorn Muskeg, and that is the route into town, into Milton. It's an easier way to get to Milton, of course. Well, not I say easier, it's not easier, but it's quicker, and we will find plenty of resources in Milton. So let's go to Milton. That's the plan for today. We will go to Milton. I've got a hunting rifle. I've got a hunting rifle. Got enough resources to get me there. Cleaned wood, coffee, a rifle cleaning kit. Yeah, let's take that. Let's take some of that because our fire is not fantastic yet. What's fire lighting like? I'm pretty sure it's still a 2. No, it's a 3, so we can start fire without tinder. Brilliant. Okay. Yeah, I think today we are going to set out for Milton. Read those. Make sure we take as much food as we can possibly manage. Right. Well, in the X-Bed Parker, I am. Excellent. Rose hips. Okay, so we're going to head over to the hunter's shack, Jeremiah's shack, and over there we will find a little cave entrance, and we'll be going through the cave entrance. And following the cave basically through to Milton. There's a corpse over there. Can't remember if I've already ransacked this corpse. Let's go and find out. It's always good to find out. Nope. Well, that answers that question. However, there is... where is it? There's a crow's feather there.
Looks like we made it through another night.
Well, at least I fixed the timing on that. Wonder if the developers are ever going to add avalanches to this. That'd be an interesting game mechanic. There is a new update coming shortly. I don't know when, but it is coming shortly, and that's going to add a lot more stuff to the Long Dark. Make it interesting. Apparently they are putting a revolver in the game. Which I think just makes it a bit too easy. Okay, so the crows up there would normally give me excitement because it means I've come across a fresh corpse. However, this is Max's last stand, and I think I've already been here. If I haven't, then more fool me. Because Max normally has a book on him. I've been here. I didn't pick up the feathers though. It's a bit foolish of me. Dean, fortune favours the prepared mind. It certainly does, Dean. It certainly does. Okay. So up here, we're going to find a cave. And in that cave, we will find the route through to Milton. Leave lack the mystery. You might hear a low humming. It's actually the sound of the cave. It's actually nothing scary in this cave. There's no bears or anything. You might come across the occasional corpse. That's about the scariest thing you'll find. Always look down the side passages, because guaranteed there'll be something left there. Never break branches with your axe in this game, because it just wastes your axe essentially. Here, means that somebody's around here, or was around here. That, yeah, that's not mine. So it means that somebody was around here. But they're not anymore, which gives cause for concern. Actually, that fire was never lit because there was no charcoal. Let's go back there. Oh, coal. Grab that. Now, unless we got turned round, up ahead of us should be Milton, or as it's known in survival mode, Mountain Town. Yep, Mountain Town. And in the story game mode, you actually crash over there. Actually, you can see where the plane came down. It's over there. Grab these cattails. And leave them for another time. And we've got the waterfall coming up on our right. See if we can find any more firewood. Why am I running? I shouldn't run. Never run in this game, it uses too many calories. Actually, you've got to run. One of the badges you can get, I can't remember where you find them now, but one of the badges you get is, oh yeah, that's it. One of the badges you get is that one. Yeah. So I've got to rebuild those all again. Okay, and now we're going to drop down. I always crawl across bridges, across logs like this. Because that way I'm moving slower and I can adjust where I need to go. Right, now that I'm across, I can stand up again, start walking. See if there's any cans over here. Anything I can purloin. Grab the sticks. Be careful not to overload myself. I have in my 29 kilos. Okay. Before I drop down this rope, I'm gonna eat this steak, this venison steak. It's only gonna give me 83 calories, but it's better than nothing. Let's drop down this rope. It's not as easy to drop down a rope like this as you think. If you haven't got a harness, you need to do something known as a classic abseil or a South African abseil. Both of them are murder on the I've got time to do this? Yeah, I've got plenty of time. So all I'm doing here is I'm just looking for cans. Now, when you play the story mode, this area has significance to one of the NPCs. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Damn it. Ooh, that was worth it. May not got my target, but I got something else out of it. I haven't mapped the area, have I? Oh, jeez. This was obviously that person's camp and they never made it back in time. And froze to death. Oh well.
I'll take it.
Do I rest here? Yeah. Let's rest here.
Man, I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Oh, more than 65. We will find plenty of firewood up in Milton, so there's no need to worry about that. Okay, and let's get some water on the go. While that does that, while it does its thing, we'll go out and survey the rest of this ridge. Okay, let's be realistic. I'm gonna stay here overnight. Milton's up. I'll show you one. Milton's up there. Come across it in a minute. Come across it tomorrow, in game tomorrow. The other route you can take to get to Milton still involves climbing ropes. It involves climbing 2 ropes, but you come up from down there. And that leads down into the Forlorn Muskeg. And there's a blizzard on the way. Good job I've already got a fire going, isn't it? Anything over here that I need to... I know I said we should never run in this game, and it is true. We shouldn't. But in this case, with the blizzard on its way... Really? In this case, with a blizzard on its way, and the fact that I'm not gonna make it up the top. I swear to you, my archery skills in real life are better. Promise. And I've broken the arrow. I wish the rabbit didn't suffer. Alright, let's get back to the cave.
I don't rest soon.
Yeah, I know you are. Break down these cedar limbs. I'm going to be here overnight, so I might as well start collecting some firewood. The irony is with this game is, if you're collecting real wood in firewood in real life, I'll get the words out in a minute. When you're collecting firewood in real life, you wouldn't cut the axe against the grain. You'd actually go with the grain of the wood. If you're cutting against the grain or across the grain, they actually use a saw. It's a lot easier. Right. Let's add some fuel. I'll try and keep that cold as I can. Okay, so we've got 10 hours of fuel, 10 hours of fire there. Your stones. How is that water doing? Ah, boiled away. My stupid fault. Okay, right. Hardly seems worth it, 900 grams of meat.
Man, I'm too tired to think straight.
I know how you feel. I know how you feel, Astrid. Let's put that on the radial.
Man, I could eat anything.
That's good, because while that's cooking, the most calorific thing I've got be the MRE, but it would be the MRE. So I'm going to save that. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to drop those. Okay. Let's keep the place tidy. Fire's going to burn out before. Fire's going to burn out before night. Let's get the better one down. I haven't got a better one. Okay. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't overload us. Nope. It's another beautiful day on Great Bear Island. Okay, so we're heading for the rope that's just over here. This rope, unlike in the story mode, this rope won't break. And you go up and down this rope as many times as you want. Of course, this is a long climb, so generally you have to split it into two. Or do you? Do you? I can't remember. Nope. Well, there we go. Welcome to the town of Milton. Of course, we do our usual scavenging. Find anything we can of use. Then we start collecting firewood. Sun's not fully risen yet, so it's not quite full daylight. We'll grab that old man's beard lichen.
A new day is dawning.
Certainly is, Astrid. Certainly is. Astrid's the name of the character that we're playing. Oh yes, we can grab that. Grab that. Excuse me. Got sneezed.
That stuff will come in handy.
Right. Let's break that down.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Break that down, definitely. Alright, let's make our way down into the town itself. Milton Park. Bit of a sound glitch there. It sounded like there was somebody walking behind me. Hello, bunnies. Bye bye, bunnies. God, those rabbits are getting loud. Ah, that'll be why. Hello, Mr. Deer. Don't worry, I'm not after you. Not yet, anyway. Amazing how snow sounds exactly like concrete. There's the Orca gas station down there. We're getting down there in a minute. Every time the screen pauses like that, I get a little... My heart stops for half a second because I think I'm going to get a sprained ankle or a sprained wrist. Now all the supplies I'm going to gather whilst I'm in Milton, I'm going to put them in the Grey Mother's house. Not exactly the closest, I'll admit, and it's not exactly Not the closest to either ways out of the town, I'll admit, but it's also a place I can remember, and it's also the biggest house in Milton. And the story mode, this prison bus actually plays a vital role. But in this, yeah, it's just another waypoint. Does play a role in the main storyline though. And there are the walls again. Looks like the walls fed well today. Really? You're tired? Oh well, I suppose you did climb a rope, didn't you? I was going to say she's tired already, but of course you did climb a rope. Let's go and get the arch in onto our records. Which is a new one, actually. New point of interest in Milton. Now that I've done that, let's drop back down. Not going to bother with that. Don't need it just yet. Okay, looks like we've got another frozen corpse in here. No, just some scrap metal. So that's the outskirts of town. Do a thorough search of everything in here.
I think I can use this.
Oh yeah. Now you may say to yourself, isn't it a bit unrealistic for people to just randomly leave their cars open? Yeah, you'd be right. Don't forget this is
Too heavy to carry.
this is partly a game, but there are areas in Canada, certain towns in Canada, where you are required to actually leave your car open, unlocked overnight, for people to escape into should they be attacked by polar bears. Interestingly enough. Well, I find it interesting anyway. All these barrels. I think of a really good use for them. Raft building. Actually, I do have kind of a wild idea of rafting down some of the rivers of the UK. Be interesting, be fun. Right, and we are into the Orca convenience store. Let's do a proper raid of this place.
I'm not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer.
Shh. Yes, you will. Military coat. One of the better games in this. One of the better jackets in this game. So kit, I'll definitely take that. Drink that now. Rest. Even though it's freezing cold, gives you better rest.
That stuff will come in handy.
Herbal tea. Hook. Anything in there? No. It's fresh water. Before anybody says anything, it is fresh water. Okay, I'm slowing down, which means I'm approaching 50 kilos. I'm over 50 kilos. Okay. So I might have to do a drop and run. That means drop pretty much everything I've got in here. Drop what I've got in here, and then ferry a load of stuff over to Grey Mother's, and then come back for the rest of it. Good stuff. Hey you, give me all your cash.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Why would you... Okay. Don't ask. A paddle. The correct type of paddle, it's got a T-grip at that end. Just to annoy all those kayakers that may end up watching. I can kayak, I just prefer canoeing. Right. Okay. So, open this cooler. This is just to store stuff. Put the rifle in there, the jacket in there. Put 3 litres of the water in there. Like I say, I'm going to drop all this off. I'm going to come back for it once I've gone to Grey. Once I've been around town and started collecting stuff for Grey Mother. I'll start putting stuff at Grey Mother, should I say? Down there. Keep that. There's enough beds in Milton that I don't need to take the bedroll with me. Inside, so I don't need to carry all of that. I've only got 5 kilos left. Okay. Half a kilo. 1 kilo, so that leaves 4. 3.75. I don't know. Obviously the heaviest is going to be the water, at 2 litres. Right. Now I've got as much off my back as I can get off my back. Handcart. Okay. It's a new one you can start breaking down, or a new one on me, should I say. Right. I don't need a fire because I'm inside. I am hella tired though. It's just, and that's not just in the game. Let's get something to drink first. Let's quench thirst that way. Yum yum, sardines. Okay. Past a couple of hours. And then sleep. Ooh, we've got buffer memories. Right, let's see. Hank, I can barely get dog food delivered out this far right now. Quit asking me to restock the beer fridge. You just have to wait like the rest of us. Believe me, when they arrive, I'll buy you one myself. Alright, let's see if there's another computer. That means the Aurora's up, which is fantastic. Do any of the other computers work? There's no other computers in here. Look at that. How stunningly gorgeous is that? Just ribbon in the sky. And what's interesting is each of the Nordic countries have a different story for what the Aurora is. Some say it's the glow off of the tip of the victorious spears and swords. Some say it's the Rainbow Bridge to Hell Valor. And others say it's the God's River. And then of course you've got scientists who ruin it all saying it's actually this, it's magnetized particles, so you sod off. I prefer the stories. But look at that. Look at it. Anyway, let's get back inside. Pass some time. So it saves the game. Right. Unfortunately, that is me done for the evening. Thank you very much.